Well, good day, everybody. So it's Sunday, and I'm sure you're all slept in and having a great weekend and stuff. But we're in the office today filming, hence I'm wearing the GGR shirt. Bit of a long story. We're doing some voiceovers and stuff for the film for 2022 GGR, which will be a bit of an epic with Fathom Films. So anyway, we're here, just stopped and now doing this one. I've come on a bit early, so I'm going to catch a few people out again. But I just wanted to show you the tracker. I mean, there's some crazy stuff going on at the moment. So we'll swap you straight over now before we get the latest positions, and we can have a look at what's been happening in the last 4 hours anyway. So there's some real winners and losers here, as we predicted yesterday. Certainly at the last 4 hours, there's Galliana with Secure, who had been absolutely firing. Now they've been doing 0.4 of a knot, and only managed 62 nautical miles in the day. So that's not good for them. Explorer and Sterner, on the other hand, they've been sneaking up on the inside, and they've got some of the strongest winds, but it's all headwinds. So Explorer's been doing 6.1 knots on port tack, coming across on those northerlies, but at least they're still moving, 97-mile day, so that's not too bad. Sterner pulled out of the current line. We'll show you that later on. So they're still doing 6.1 knots as well, parallel, but they lost a little bit of ground to Explorer. Evrika and Neptune up here, we thought they might have sailed past the guys in the lead because they've got a bit more breeze on the western side of the track, doing 6.1, 101-mile day. And Neptune pretty much neck and neck, but did 122-mile day, doing 5.7. Spirit Helsinki, who had stopped last night, now moving, but they only did 82-mile day in the last 4 hours. So Evrika and Neptune are sneaking up on the inside. Same with Penjuic, but Penjuic's found some breeze. Penjuic and L'Esprit de Kip doing 7 knots in the last, previously or right now, and 144-mile day. Same with L'Esprit de Kip, 152 nautical mile day. So L'Esprit did actually 10 miles more than Penjuic, but Maiden, right, just off their port quarter, only doing 3.6 knots and a 93-mile day. So it's a real mixed bag. Translated, 2.4 knots and only 82-mile day. So Triana struggling a bit as well, but still doing 5.3 on this 4-hour section, but they only did 65-mile day. So there really has been a compression in some ways with the back enders here, but the leaders have actually found some breeze. White Shadow doing 2.1 knots and, plodding along, 68-mile day, and Outlaw 1.5 knots, 90-mile day. So I just figured it was good to have a quick peek at that going forward, just to show you that, as we predicted, it was a mixed bag, and now we're just waiting for the positions to roll over. So the situation with Outlaw is that their tracker isn't working properly. They've been working off, when you see it on the leaderboard, it's manual inputs from Yellow Brick. They've been getting positions, interestingly, from their Iridium phone. Bit of a long story. We actually can track any of the Iridium phones that are on, and we use that to make sure that we can track any Iridium phone working with blah, blah, blah. If someone had a secret Iridium phone that they were trying to use, we might know what position that could be in and say, oh, look at that. Someone's got an Iridium phone in the area of these boats. Whoop, whoop. But anyway, so at the moment, we are running on Outlaw's Iridium phone positioning. We can sense that. But it looks like we're going to take out the YB3i for Outlaw, which is the hockey puck positioning that's constant into the tracker, and start taking the 4-hourly positions from their YB3 unit, which is the little yellow one that we use for texting and information as well. So apart from that, a bit of frustration for some people. You can follow the tweets. It's all a bit interesting and very frustrating at the same time. So not much more I can tell you with that one. And was interesting also to see the water that Maiden's got. Their capacity to carry water isn't as large as I thought. The Nordic Swans can carry a huge amount of water, but they're only running on a few hundred litres. So even though they've picked up water, it'll still, I think they're going to need more water to keep going. So it may still be part of the story for Maiden going forward. They're fine at the moment. Everyone's happy. Heather's cool. They've got plenty of water. It's all going. But I'm thinking with their freeze-dried fruit and stuff, It may become another issue later on, but they should get plenty in the doldrums, so we'll just wait and see. Anyway, back to the tracker. We should have the new positions, and we can compare that to what's just happened in the previous hours. So yes, now the positions are rolled over. So crikey, what's happened there with Explorer? Explorer's position hasn't rolled over. I was just going to say she's just lagging behind Sterner there, but she's still stuck back on the 8 o'clock position, and Sterner's now on the 12 o'clock position. So maybe Explorer's got a problem with her tracker as well. He should be a bit further up the track, so no point in even talking about that. Hopefully that'll sort itself out shortly. Sterner, on the other hand, doing 6 knots and managed a 98-mile day, which is pretty cool. That's okay. They've got, and you can clearly see there's a bit more breeze over this side of the track than the other. And then Avrika has come across 6.1 knots, 99-mile day. Neptune, 125-mile day. So that's pretty cool. And 6.1 knots, slowly sleeking past Avrika. I should pick this up and give you a bit more of a easier spec on that. Here we go. Okay, we've got everyone in there. So White Shadow now speeding up a bit at 5.4 knots, but because they've gone so slow, they only managed 65 in the last 24 hours. And Triana still only doing 3.4. That'll be frustrating for them if they're on the radio and see everyone else sailing away. 65-mile days, same as White Shadow. Galliana with Secure, they're moving a little bit better, but only up to 3.8 and a 51-mile day. They'll be pretty miffed about that. And Outlaw dead ahead of them, doing 1.5 knots and a 90-mile day. So there's still some fluky weather down the bottom here. Translated 9 showing 6.6 with a 79-mile day. Maiden heading out in a strange direction, so a bit more of a split tack situation. So that's probably right. Yeah, that's right. They're going out to the east, but not fast. 1.2 knots. That's sad for them. 73-mile day. So Helsinki, on the other hand, 4.8. They've slowed down a little bit. 86-mile day. So they've slowed a bit. And what's Penjuic doing? 7.3. So they've absolutely got the breeze. You can see here too, the breeze is coming from the northeast there, so they're able to head due north. Same with L'Esprit de Keep. So they did a 150-mile day. They're absolutely getting better breeze than everyone else out the side. And L'Esprit de Keep in a really good position. They'll be over the moon to be alongside Penjuic, that's for sure. And they've managed a 154-mile day as well. So, still a very much a mixed bag of weather right now. We might have Explorer back on now. We'll change direction here. So we've got a 12 o'clock position. She's tacked across. Interesting, she's headed there, only going 3.7. I can't work that out because that would look like she's going straight into the breeze, which is not necessarily the case. There's something funny going on there, but they managed a 91-mile day anyway against Sterner's 98-mile day. So it's a bit of a funny situation there because you wouldn't be going directly into that northerly breeze. So all is cool. Everyone's up and accounted for. So let's look at what's going to happen now with the weather. I'm making it a bit smaller so we can, in fact, we'll look at I always like to see the big picture on the weather, see what's happening there. And still a very convoluted place to be. The trade winds look like they're starting to strengthen here on the back of this mixed up weather there. There's no South Atlantic high anywhere there. You can see it's like snakes and ladders. It's just all over the place. Really strange. Just a bland area of non-significant gradients within the pressure system. There's a low pressure there. There's a high pressure here. There's a low pressure there. And there's something that's trying to become a high pressure there. But generally, it's all stuffed up. Okay, completely stuffed up, which is why this is happening with the fleet. You know, the winners and losers all over the place there. But they're nearly through to the trades. They're trying to strengthen a bit. Doldrums aren't there yet, but we know it's coming. The doldrums will start to turn up in about 3 or 4 days, just as they're starting to reach it. So, it's still going to be horrible localized weather with no significant single driving force. It's just a combination of all sorts. And that's why you get all this confusion where you've got Galliana doing 3.8 knots and others that are just drifting there, like right next to them. Oh, hang on. That's Galliana. Outlaw 1.5. Yeah, that might be a mix of whatever. But Maiden's only doing 1.2 knots, not far away from it at all. So pretty patchy and pretty fleeky. I wonder if that shows up with the cloud cover. Let's see what's going on. Yeah, there's a little bit of that. You can see like a bomb there, a bomb there. It's literally something like the bomb there, something like the doldrums still. There's just this patchy stuff all over the place. And if you're lucky, you'll get under one of these clouds and you'll get some breeze and go. Currents, it's interesting. Sterner pushed through. I don't know whether you can see that. Sterner pushed through the current there. If I'm doing the Racing 27, I'm absolutely going to take a picture before you leave Punta on where these streams are, because you can see she sailed right up the middle of this 2-knot head current and lost ground to Explorer. Explorer attacked just before the current and came out here, but they're the last of the big currents. There's not a lot of current anywhere else here. Evrika and Neptune are coming into a bit of a current, but there's nothing out here. You can see that. So anyway, back to the breeze, and we're going to look at what's going to happen going forward. So I just go back one, get rid of that, and we'll start to push the days through. Okay, that's ready to go. So we're pushing it through now. There's still very light winds for the majority of the fleet, and favourable. At least they've got some breeze here close into the coast. A lot more breeze than there is there, but overall it looks as if there is breeze there. So, and they're getting very close. Now, all of a sudden, this is like 12 hours from now, 12, 13 hours. There is absolutely some breeze from the east here. And easterly is great because they'll just roar north. So it's about to come. So by early hours of tomorrow morning, those that are up the front are going to cop that and they'll take off for sure. And then slowly, it looks like it's coming down to meet. No, it's not. No, they've got to get up. Oh, blimey. Okay. So this is going to go on for a while. This middle fleet's not going to catch up anywhere. They're going to be pushing that. The leaders might get through this and take off because this is coming up to 2 days out. 17, let's go 18, 19. There's 2 days out. So it's a bit fluctuating in and out. Not good for the tail enders. But if anyone does get through that, let's look at the size here, the distance rather. 174, 2 days. They might just make it. So still very confused and not a lot happening. Anyway, we'll go to the leaderboard, which is really pointless because they're so close together. But line honours, Penduic, L'Esprit de Key, Spirit of Helsinki, Maiden, Translated, Outlaw, Galliana, Evrika, Neptune, Triana, White Shadow, So It Goes, Sterner, and then the Explorer. So that's the line honours. IRC is a whole different story. So Maiden is looking good at the moment, 59.18. 2 hours later, Spirit of Helsinki. 1 hour later is Evrika. So Evrika is running. Oh, hang on a sec. I couldn't work out what's going on. Back here, L'Esprit de Keep. Whoa, they haven't been there for a while. They're holding first place in IRC. I should send them a message, but I can't, and tell them what's going on. They'll be very happy. Galliana with Secure coming second. They'll be okay with that. 1 hour later is Translated 9, working their way up there. Just 2 hours later, Triana, and so it goes. 5 hours later, Outlaw. Penduic turns up about another 5 or so hours after that. Then Maiden is right down the bottom here, not doing so well. And then Evrika, Neptune, White Shadow, Sterner, and Explorer. So this is all just fun to watch, but it's frustrating sailing for the sailors who have been working so hard and then end up in a hole. But that's yacht racing, so not a lot we can say. Anyway, the good news is there's a bit of breeze on the left of the course for them. Not much in the middle, which is holding. So there we go. All right, I think that's just about it. I'm going to come back and see if anyone's got any questions, and then we'll get out of here and send you back to your weekend, and we can carry on here. Where do we go here? I can't get to the. Hopefully this has been working. Gang's not here. Here we go. Kathleen, checking in. G'day, Paul. Afternoon. G'day, everybody. Bonjour for La Trinity. Nice spot. La Trinity. Happy Sunday. I hope you. Oh, I had to mention a guy. Jeepers. Jane gave me a note. Okay, it's St. Patrick's Day today. Whoop, whoop. You need something green. Here we go. St. Patrick's Day. That's actually green. Looks yellow on my screen, but that's green. And Ken Cashman sent us a real live shamrock in the mail, all for all the team of OGR. So thank you for that, Ken. Celebrating St. Patrick's Day. Lucky I remembered. So I hope you're all wearing green. Am I wearing green? Yep. I got green. Green socks. Look. See? Can you see that? Look. Green. That's green. Okay. So don't get me wrong, but it is St. Patrick's Day. Hi from Cows. We'll be there soon. G'day, sailors and followers. Yep. G'day, Judy. In the dialogue box, you report distance sailed in 24 hours. Perhaps better to report VMG. Oh, you can get both, I think. Depends what you want. Oh, in that one there. Oh, that's up to Yellowbrick, and it sort of works. There's always ways to get the information, I suppose. Had a chance to break away from the rest of the fleet. Yeah, quite interesting. Yeah, cool. Good on you, Harry. Outlaw's still on 8 o'clock position. Yeah, there's a problem there that I mentioned. So treat Outlaw as provisional, a bit of a glitch, but it'll get sorted. All right, that's it. So thanks for that. We'll see you tomorrow at same time, and enjoy the rest of your weekend. See you later.